Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Wealth Wednesday. This is your first time. We want to welcome you and remind you to plug in daily. Daily trainings is like taking a bath. It's just something you do every day. Get plugged in, stay plugged in. And if you are returning, well, welcome. Thanks for returning. Thanks for sharing this opportunity with more people. And remember that sharing is caring. Share this with more people. Start to change more lives. Your income will go up. That's why we get paid, is for value. Value, value, value. Okay, wonderful. Here's what I want to share with you next. I got a couple announcements from HQ, as they say. So we got some pretty cool opportunities. First is tonight. So if you are not attending an event, and you're a registrar, some of you are registrars, great. If you are, you definitely need to pay attention because you need to go to a link. I'm going to put in the chat bar right now. Chat. Everyone needs to, what's going on here? Okay, if you want to learn how the new registration system is going to work, you need to register this link. I just put it in the chat. Okay, grab that link from the chat. What Jay Stark is going to do tonight at 7, he's going to go over the new calendar process. Okay, now if you're in Denver, obviously you're not going to be on this webinar because you're going to be at the meeting. So there will be a recording. We'll send it out to you. You can watch it before you go to bed if you want. But for the rest of you, get on this. What's going on here? Sorry, guys. It's like I've never done this before. Hello. Sharing screen. iPad. Actually, this is what you'll see. This is what you'll see. When you go to this link, Helios Event Creation Training, type in your name, get it going. I'm going to get the link. Now I'm registered. Would you look at that? So please go do that. That is my first announcement. Get registered for the Helios Training Creation Station. Okie dokie. You got that. Got that. Don't worry, Mariette. You'll get the recording. Don't you worry your pretty little face. I'm sure they'll just send it to us in an email. Okay, the next thing that I want you to be aware of is don't post checks. Okay? Don't post checks on social media because it does two things. First thing it does is it puts Renatus at risk to hackers. Renatus risk hackers. It goes up when people post their checks because now there's a routing number, there's an account number, there's the bank's information on the top of the check, and all that information. It's just all around risky. So please don't. And then number 2 is it violates some FTC marketing guidelines. So, great news. I have the How to Post Checks guideline. Let me pull it up for you right now. The marketing guideline for when you're saying, you're making great money, you're doing deals. What are you allowed to say? What are you not allowed to say? Some simple Simple things. Oh yeah, different account. I have many email accounts. So grateful. Okay, so J-Star just sent this to me, so I can share it with you. Okay. Dun, 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 dun. Do you guys know the price is going up? Price is going up. Aha, there it is. Okay, so did you guys know that in your business center, you have a link to your IMA guide right here. Now here's where we need you to cover what you're earning. Okay, back of the IMA guide, all the way at the back here. This just came from someone who was posting checks, and then here we go. Check this out. Permitted, not permitted. Not permitted, not to be expressly stated or implied in any way, and permitted. Okay, so here's what's permitted. No guarantees or promises of your success in becoming a real estate investor. Not permitted. Promise you'll do your first deal. Guarantee you will make money as a real estate investor. All right, here's what's permitted. Pictures of education services packages offered. Pictures of earning statements. Here's what's not permitted. Pictures of money. Isn't that crazy? Here's something else. Here's what's permitted. Live and online courses. You're allowed to say that phrase. You're not allowed to say real estate investor seeks trainee, apprentice, student in the context of selling your education, right? In the context of selling your education. Now, if you are trying to build your real estate business and you're a real estate investor seeking different things, that's different. But if you are selling Renatus, then you don't get to say real estate investor seeks training. Real estate investing classes, totally allowed. Learn real estate investing, totally allowed. Purchase education services, allowed. Not allowed, the word tuition. You know what is allowed? In my opinion and based on my experience. Those things are allowed. What we're not allowed to do is compare. Did you guys know that? We're not allowed to compare or make comparison claims. So in my opinion, we're better. Based on my experience, we're better. But you can't say, compared to Robert Kiyosaki, we're better. You don't get to say that. Okay? Some of you are going, oh man, it's like splitting hairs. It seems like semantics. And you're like, yeah, it is. It is semantics. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. There is a 7-day, oh, wait. You may receive complimentary lifetime access so long as you remain in good standing with the company. What is not accurate is saying you're entitled to complimentary lifetime access. Okay, you have to state as long as you're within good standing. Okay? There's a 7-day rescission period on your educational service purchase. You don't say if you're not happy, you'll get your money back. That's not the same. Not even close. Real estate investment result testimonials with appropriate disclaimers and disclosures. You don't get to say things like, hey, you'll make X number your first year as a real estate investor. Here's what you do get to say. You can post pictures of the real estate investor holding a big envelope in front of a house saying sold another house, but you don't get to put up the picture of the check. If it's from a title company, then the title company's routing numbers, account numbers, information, their phone number, their address. You know, there's too much information on checks to be putting them on the internet. So don't. Doesn't matter if it's from Renatus or someone else. Don't do it. But think about how much traction you would get in your social media if you had a big old envelope, right? Sold another house. Making sure that people know that we offer multiple educational services. I don't know where 5 is coming from. I'll have to get clear on that. but making sure that you don't say it's only the Extreme Plus combo. And something I get to change. You can apply the education, invest in real estate, and the proceeds to pay for your education purchase. Education is effectively free. We got to kind of change that. Okay, so this is at the very back of your IMA guide. Okay. Also, permitted words for putting your ads out on the internet. Here's what's permitted. Renatus welcomes everybody. Here's what's not permitted. Okay. Here's what's permitted. Building a downline is not required to be an IMA. All you have to do is find X number of people and sponsor them, enroll them, or anything like that. You don't get to say that. Here's another clarification. Educational services. Okay. That's different than product. That's a big difference. If we are selling a product, just FYI, little side note, when you sell products, there's a sales tax involved. When you sell educational services, no sales tax. So if you call it a product and then you sell it for 20 grand, there's a sales tax, 7, 8, 9, 10%, depending on your state. That could be $1,000 to $2,000 extra dollars. It's not a product, educational service. Self-directed online education. Okay, so we don't do a 90-day plan, 90 days to first deal kind of thing. But we could do a 3-phase or a 9-phase or a 2-phase process, and people can go through phases, but we can't do time claims. I am learning so much. Hope you guys are learning. Here's something else. No educational requirements. You have 1 year to access all the education. Not putting requirements on anything. Here's something we don't get to say. We don't get to say never work again. One, logically, that's not true. We have to work. And then, you know, putting that into an ad is just totally not accurate. We got to be accurate. Got to be accurate. We are the most compliant group, guys. Okay, no mandatory assignments. You take self-assessments. We have a community, but not a membership club, REI club type thing, okay? No certificates or degrees. We're not approved by the Department of Education, okay? Here's something else to be clear. You're invited to attend a presentation related to offered education services that teach the many ways to invest in real estate versus an investment or financial seminar. Okay, we don't do investment seminars. What we do is we teach many ways of investing in real estate. Okay, investment seminars are a totally different world. Not what we're doing. Investment seminars sell investments. We don't sell investments. Our customers don't make investments. They don't make investments in Renatus. You don't say you're going to make a $20,000 investment in Renatus or anything like that. You don't even say you'll make a $20,000 investment in yourself. I get that the English that we're using, that's what's happening. But in the legal structure of our country, if you're going to make an investment, that means you're getting returns. Things have been vetted. You got to be licensed. There's so many other things. So we don't even say make an investment in yourself because they're not. They're buying real estate educational services. They're not making investments in Renatus. When they go buy a property, they're making an investment. But when we're marketing Renatus, we don't say anything about them making investments in themselves, in us, $20,000 investment, 25, none of that, okay? Something's cooking. Okay, here's something else. There's no approval process to receive the benefit of the educational services offered by Renatus LLC. Just choose a package and purchase. Ooh, I like that. The attorney's a closer. Just choose a package and purchase. Love it. Versus an approval process. Right? We want to get you approved and qualified to be on our team. You don't get to say things like that because that's not accurate. There's no approval process to receive the benefits of the educational services offered by Renatus. Just choose a package and purchase. Boom. Learn about taxes and principles of money. Don't say savings plans or tax shelters. Okay. This kind of stuff on the left-hand side, permitted, keeps us so compliant that we can grow this company into $1 billion company. Okay. Other things permitted in the wording. We love wording. See, I know some people are going, man, Michael, what's the difference? Why don't you just do this for me and I'll make an ad and we'll go. Okay, that's going to happen, and sure, we'll do some stuff for you. But I want to ask you, what's the difference between a $50,000 a year earner and a $500,000 a year earner? They understand this stuff. That's the major difference. The $500,000 a year earner understands this stuff, so that when you're talking to more people who want to buy from you and you're speaking using proper language like we have on the left-hand side over here, you're going to attract people of higher caliber. And you're going to use this higher caliber language, and it's going to be even easier for you to make money. So spend this time up front, learn this stuff. Earn for marketing our services and for sales of IMAs you enroll after you're qualified, versus compensation, wages, commissions, permanent income. All of these imply something else that we don't get. We're not implying employment at all. So no job, employment, hiring, internship. Don't be your own boss. Executives wanted part-time, full-time. None of that stuff's allowed. Here's what is allowed. Self-starter, motivated entrepreneur, business owner. Fire your boss. Set your own schedule, spare time, or on your own time. Okay? Take a screenshot of that. The biggest difference is we're not allowed to imply employment. Okay? There's just a handful of employees at corporate, and they go to a corporate building and clock in and clock out. That's them. You and me, we are our own independent business owners, so we don't get to use job language. Okay? No payments for recurring or recruiting or referrals. You earn payments on your sales. Okay? We don't pay for recruiting. We pay for sales. After you're qualified, the sales of your IMAs, you enroll 3 levels. Okay? So no recruiting, no referring, no referrals. It's one of those things. We don't need to know why. We just need to know what. No word sponsor. We got designated IMA, 1-star and 5-star IMAs. Okay, no guarantees or promises of earnings. Now this one's easy, right? This one's been around forever. This one's easy. Okay, especially think about it when you're talking to employees and they're like, well, when can I make money? We're not making promises of money. And then I like to remind them that as an employee, you have a customer, you got a job in the morning that you're going to. Is there a guarantee of earnings promised there? Is there a guarantee of earnings there? Do you get guaranteed income at your job? And no, nobody does. Nobody in the whole country has guaranteed income. Whether you're an employee, salaried, anything. No guarantees of income. So if they come here expecting that, be like, well, you already don't expect it from your job, so it's not real. There's no guarantees of income. You determine your own goals. What would you do differently with your time if you could? We don't get to roll in money, and we don't get to use the fancy cars as a way of saying, hey, come market Renatus, look what you could get. That's not what we get to do. You can put pictures of fancy cars and houses all day, just not in the context of selling Renatus. That's what it is, okay? If you're selling Renatus, you don't get to put pictures of you rolling in money. But if you just want to put a picture of you rolling in money, that's fine. Make sure people know we're not a franchise, so no private franchising, none of that crap. Okay, we don't pay out royalties. Okay, you earn on your sales of educational packages, and the sales of those you enroll to 3 levels. Gosh, this stuff is so good. This is one thing that makes our ads even better because we're bringing on strong people with the right mind. What you earn and how quickly you earn depends on your time, work, commitment, discipline, knowledge, and relationships. Do not say things like, hey, in 90 days, you can make this much money this month. You can make this much money this year. None of that stuff, okay? You can use stories all day. Wanda made $100,000 her first year, and then you say the income disclaimer. You could say all sorts of things like that, but as far as making a claim of what your customer is going to get, you don't get to do that. We are seeking marketers and we are seeking entrepreneurs. Again, we are not seeking trainees, apprentices, or students. Invest in yourself. The greatest real estate you own is 6 inches between your ears. Of course, but not investing in educational services. Okay, and then I'll show you how to put an order in. Yes, I'll show you how to market. You can follow what I do, but I'll coach you, I'll mentor you. Those are things that you are not. You are not a coach. You are not a mentor. You are a marketer. This stuff is easy. All right, so to be clear, what is the purpose of these guidelines? A, on the words, phrases, pictures that cause red flags will not be permitted in Renatus' marketing. And on the, same thing. So much. Okay. And when do these guidelines apply? They apply when you're marketing the education or the IMA opportunity. That's when these apply. Okay. Good. Using checks to market is prohibited. Oh, we already talked all about that. I think you guys already know. Okay. Yeah, you guys should definitely be reading your IMA agreement. There's some gold in here. Okay, one other thing, access to back office software. We don't get to say starter kit. And again, product. We're not using a product. We don't have a starter kit. Takes work. We know this. We've talked a lot about this. It takes work. And when you put that in your ads, you actually attract people who are ready to work. I love it. So don't say this is easy or no work or turnkey system, none of that stuff. You don't get to say that. Okay? All income claims. This is, based on the earnings, the first year IMAs make an average of $200 to $8,500 a month. That's what we get to say. You get to say this number right here, not these. Okay? You're paid based off your marketing services that result in a sale of the education, not performance. And remind people, education is not required to be an IMA. I mean, we're pretty good about that, but again, it's in there. Okay, I feel like $1 million now that we've covered this. We are the most compliant team. You guys know where to find this. I showed you where to find it. Right, you come into your business center, you click on hover over the communication tab, then you go down to corporate documents, and boom, you got your IMA guide. Here's your testimonial guideline. Here is your average earnings statement. Okay, this is easy. Just carry this around with you all over. This is easy. Then you don't have to read every word. You just hand it to them. And they go, what is this? And you say, oh, this just shows you how first year people are making money and how after your first year the averages go up. Check it out. Read it. What's an IMA? What you should know. What they earn. How to make the money. And what if it doesn't work for you? Stuff is easy. It's right there. So download that. Use that. Okay, the compensation plan is going to be changed to the earnings plan in just a moment. But again, just go through this. Okay, covers overrides, the whole fun jazz. Here we go. Self-analysis, marketing, presentation. Just ask yourself these questions when you're making your ads and your presentations, and you'll do just fine. We'll do just fine. Just checking something real quick, making sure it's working. Yep, it's working. Okay, good. We're so compliant. Okay, good. So now you're caught up with that. You know where to find those. And okay, what else? What else? What else? Oh yeah, the other thing that's coming up in a big way, we're super excited, is August 4th. Put this on your calendar. August 4th. Here's what's happening. Renatus is hosting a corporate intensive. Corporate intensive. Guess who it's going to be with? It is going to be with our Subject 2 instructor, Mr. Brian Sump. Mr. Sump. And it's going to be August 4th. So what's great is corporate is going to stream it so that your peeps will be able to capture it all across the country. But also there will be live attendance if you make it to Utah. Come to Utah, sit in on this. And what the whole point of this is for people to get a better understanding, a better taste of our education from anywhere in the world. So make sure you're paying attention to this date, August 4th. I think for IMAs, it's going to be $50. I think so. Okay, don't quote me on that. They might make it free, but don't quote me on that either. They might make it $50. So just stay tuned. But then what you'll be able to do is, if you're running a market, then you're going to stream this into a room full of people who are ready to sit and learn. And you know, you have your lunch break and you got some food and stuff, and you're running the event, and these people are just watching what's going on in the stream, right? Maybe this is in Denver, or maybe this is in Philly, or maybe this is wherever. It doesn't matter. And you're going to put these people in a room, add value through ideas, and then after, you're going to ask for the order right there in the room. Right? We're going to have someone, I don't know exactly who yet, but one of the world-class presenters of Renatus is going to be doing the 5 pillars during this intensive. So all of your guests will know exactly what's going on, how much it costs, how they can be involved. So all you simply do is after at the end, so we can get some more enrollments. That's the best way for you to use this intensive, okay? Now, I think, not sure yet, they're still working it out, but I think there'll be a way for people to watch it in their own home with a private link. Not exactly sure on that, so let's just plan on streaming to rooms for now. And you know, you could charge for that. You could make a meetup, go and lock down a room, and stream that in there, add the value, introduce people to who we are. You know, on the breaks and stuff, there'll be a morning break, the lunch break, and an afternoon break. So now you're networking, you're getting to know these people, you're adding value, right? You're going to AFTO, and then of course, you're going to a bam fam to your next event, whether that's a one-on-one or that's a live event coming up. Of course, you're going to do that. So this is some exciting stuff. There's some other things I wish I could tell you, but not yet. Not yet. Gotta wait. So put this on your calendar. Make a goal. Make a goal. How many attendees? How many attendees are you going to have on this event? And then start a list right now. Okay, it's August 4th, so we're about 6 weeks out, six Saturdays away, right? Don't fool yourself. Sometimes people think 6 weeks and they go, oh, 45 days. No, 6. You got 6 more Saturdays. Don't fool yourself. So make a list. Start building for it. When you get your yeses, add to the list. I got Billy coming, I got Susie coming, I got Joe coming, I got Tyler coming, and add to that list and keep it going. Obviously, before that event, before August 4th, if you can have them watch a webinar, have them, come to one of your property tours, go meet for coffee, do a screen share, do something so that this isn't a first exposure, then you get paid that day. But if this is a first exposure, then do your follow-up process and get it going that way. Make your list. So what he's going to be covering, the topics, are going to be market analysis, right? Understanding what the heck is going on in the market, the trends, the waves, the cycles. Everyone's got to know that. Doesn't matter if you're brand new or you've been in for 25 years. Everyone needs market analysis. The other thing they're going to be covering is subject to purchases. How to buy property with words. Okay, and then they're going to be covering, let's see, market analysis, subject to purchases, and some hard money. Hard money / private money. So how to acquire your deals. So you're making sure that you're looking in the right places. You're making sure you understand the words, and if you need to use other monies, how to not do it like a dummy. That's what we're looking for. So one fun fact about Brian Sump is he's been investing for over a decade. He's done over 200 transactions and has made money on every single deal. Every single deal. He used our system in his first 18 months from when he found Bob Snyder's training. 18 months later, he paid off his house. Okay, 18 months later, he paid off his house, 2 cars, a motorcycle, and had 1 year of income in the bank. And then he quit his job. So he did that while he had a job. He was using Renatus' system part-time, and in 18 months, paid off his house, 2 cars, a motorcycle, and then also had 1 year of income in the bank. And then he quit his job and went full-time real estate. And now he's done hundreds of deals. And that was, 14 years ago, maybe 13 years ago he started. Okay, and then his first 18 months is what he did. And now he's an instructor for us. He is by the book, practical, tactical, no fluff, no hype. And so what we're going to be covering is these topics, making sure that new people understand what Renatus offers, how they can plug in, how they can benefit from us. August 4th, they're putting in a lot of time, energy, and effort. All you got to do is find the people, tell the story, build for events, and follow up. That's all you got to do. And they'll give you 50%. They'll give you $10,000 if you find a customer. All right. So that's the announcements I got for you guys. I know that Eric and Nancy are going to be doing a Helios training in the morning. So if you want to hop on that. Again, those things are all recorded. And I just want to remind people that what corporate has built inside Helios is incredible and incredibly easy. The stuff is easy. You think they spent all that time, years and years, developing a system that would be complicated? No. They spent the time to make it easy. So when you're learning this new system, when you're looking at it, I want you to have this attitude. This is easy. This is easy. This is easy. Right? We have an attitude of it's as easy as doing it. So learning is easy. Reading is easy. Being patient is easy. Right? Staying calm is easy. Having compassion is easy. Right? Sometimes we're talking to these prospects and they just act like such a big dumbass. You're like, come on, I'm here to help you. And so Sometimes, me anyway, sometimes I find some challenges with finding compassion for people who are refusing my help. Then I remind myself, this stuff is easy. It's easy to find compassion. It's easy. Guess what else? It's easy to. It's easy to listen. It's easy to listen to our customers. Okay, it's easy to find the people. Oh, you know where this is going. You know what else? It's easy to tell a story. It's easy to build for events. And guess what else? The easiest thing to do is follow up, because these people have already seen our product. They've already seen our educational service, right? Compliant. So following up is easy. If they answer your phone, they're interested. If they're not, they're not. It's so easy. This stuff is easy. So learning Helios is going to be easy. Using Helios and making sales with it, that'll be easy. Following your classes and sticking to the script, that stuff is easy too. Oh, we got some chat. Sorry, hold on. Let me look. Easy peasy, baby. Amanda, is corporate going to create a flyer for this intensive? I'm pretty sure Angie Perkins is the lady who's in charge of that and creating the flyer content. Let me check my email real quick. Actually, no, she created the one for Hugh Zaretsky for me. I'll make a note. Okay, that's kind of weird. Okay, Beth, you're in Hawaii. They are going to be starting it at 9. It's either 9 or 9:30. Nine or 9:30. There we go. This stuff is easy. Okay, another comments, questions. Let's see, chatting. Who else? Yes, it feels good to be the most compliant group. Okay, what is the Helios training? Sorry, I missed that. Maria, if you want to learn how to create events in Helios, you need to register for the webinar. Register for the webinar. There's the link right there. The morning on the impact, what Nancy and Eric are going to go over, just some more features and functions, and just making sure you're running the stuff, make sure it's easy. Okay, Adrian, what is the most effective first introduction for a person who's a mechanical engineer concerned about taxes? Well, Adrian, there's a ton. If you go into your fast start or your boot camp, the things that Mike Adams is training you on, there's a list of 10 different epics to pick from. Okay, you're in Florida. What is the most effective first introduction? Well, gosh, I would just say the best one is the one we've been using. We've got to make it compliant. You know what? Every one of you guys, I want you to try out this link. It's only 12 minutes. Interestreduction.com. Interestreduction.com. This will be to whet their appetite. So watch this, and now that you've seen that, come to a class, come to a workshop. Adrian, one of the biggest things is to find out who in your group is an engineer. They don't need to be a mechanical engineer, software engineer, civil engineer, electrical engineer, doesn't matter. Find an engineer in your Florida group and ask them what attracted them to Renatus. Ask them for their story. Then when you call your prospect back, tell them that story. Right? You already found them. right? You're going to send them to that website that I just showed you, that little 12-minute video. That's a little event, right? And then you're going to tell them a story about why they need to attend a live event, why they should get on the phone with one of the people from your market. Tell them the story of three things, right? We're going to tell the story of, first, you tell your story, then tell the story of a member, right? One that you picked up, and then tell the story of the company / Bob Snyder, right? His story and then the company's story. When you tell that story, the story will compel them to attend the live events. And then it'll be easy to follow up because they'll love what they see. So if you're not getting the kind of attendance that you want, you are not telling stories. This is one of the things that I see over and over and over. They'll find the people, build for events, and nobody to follow up. You have to tell a story. So same thing. If so, they just call some Florida peeps or call some Georgia peeps or anyone you know. They don't have to be in the state. They're in the company, so that's fine. Engineer, right? And just say, hey, this is why this engineer got started. This is what's happened for them, right? What's happened? You know, why'd you join? What's happened since? And where are you going with this? Why, what, and where? And then tell them, then the next step, build for that event. Tell them why they need to show up. All right, Tyler, what do you happen to know when the new webinars are going to be posted? You know, we're just waiting on Tanya. I sent her over the links, so hopefully she gets that done here in the next day or two. We got a new earnings plan webinar up. Did you guys know about that? Did you know about that? Let me see. Let me pull this up real quick. Let me get you the link to that earnings plan webinar, and then we'll get the new Epic Plan webinar up in no time flat. Do 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 do. The price is going up. Aha. The price is going up. All right. So here's the link. Right now, this is from me. I know Scott's made a very compliant one too, but for me, this is my most compliant. If I can find it. Oh, I know what to do. Aha, found it. Copy, paste. Boom. Okay. tinyurl.com/gettingpaid/explained. Pretty sweet, huh? So check that out. Check that out. I'm going to send Tanya a message. Our mouths are watering for the new webinar. I don't know how she's going to take that, but we'll see how that goes. All right, so take that link, study how I'm explaining it so that you're not just going around creating violations unknowingly. And we'll get it going. Share this link, guys. How could I forget? Okay, anything else? Oh, earn while you learn. That's a good question. I will ask. I will ask about the earn while you learn phrase. That's a good question, Keely. Okay, what else? Okay, the Renatus iOS training, Maria, the Renatus iOS training. If you just go to your business center and go to the training tab, right under IMA training is Renatus iOS training. Basilio, absolutely. He has, or she has, do you ever take people out for coffee or dinner before they bought the education? Yes. Don't waste money on idiots. Just going to put that out there, okay? Because some people will hear free meal and then put on airs that they're ready to buy just so they can get a sandwich. So just make sure you're not doing charity meals for idiots. And when I mean idiot, what I mean is someone who is refusing to take charge. What I mean is someone who's refusing to take charge of their own life. And so they're just out for a free meal. But absolutely, people will, it's breaking bread. It's a thing. When people's stomachs are full, they can hear you. That's another way of saying it. When people's stomachs are full, they can hear you. If their stomach is empty, all they hear is their stomach. So yeah, and we could talk more about how to do those kinds of meetings, how to control the restaurant and that kind of stuff. We can talk about that next week if you want. The 5 pillars presentation is not quite available for you to send to people, but there is the recording of Mr. Snyder is in the business center, so you can go and check out that in the business center. If you just go to training and then you go to national conference, click on national conference, then there's the Renatus real estate walk. That was awesome. Okay, if you just go to your business center, allow me to demonstrate. Then you click on training, go to national conference, then you'll see these videos right here, and then here's a playlist where Bob Snyder goes over educational services right here. This is his 5 pillars. It's not something for you to send to people, it's something for you to study. Okay, also please rewatch Nicole's training on here and you'll see why it is what it is, not just some compliancy stuff, but how it will make us all live long and prosper. So we play this video for people, for the skeptics.
We want to help them.
Right? So fast forward, look at all what's going on, how many people are doing deals. It's incredible what's happening. So share that with your peeps too. All right, guys, it is time to go.
It's all right. Trust in us, you'll be fine. I can feel it's my time. Engine tuned in its prime.
Price is going up.
I'm obsessed and that's fine. When you sleep, I'm alive. And this time will be the last time we give out free samples. All day working for an overnight success. Short days, long nights, living on edge.
It's edited, don't worry. Clean version.
The price is going up.
The price is going up. The price is going up.
The price is going up.
All right, see you guys.